Big weekend ahead, of course, but before we get there, we got some business to take care of here on the show. We're going to have some fun. That's business number one. And business number two, we're going to tell you about a Mocktail Mixer happening this weekend to raise funds in support of the Parkinson's folks here in Prince George. To try and find a cure, some resources, all that and more. Coming up on CKPG Today. Check out these beauties, just some of what you can get here at Hunniford Gardens, just north of Prince George. We got Lacey with us today to talk a little bit more about it because it's planting season, at least I think it is. Is it, Lacey?
For almost everything, it's absolutely planting season, yes.
Okay, how do we know? No frost and nice weather?
Well, frost still could happen, so you got to be careful with those tender things like squash and cucumbers and basil. Most other things it's safe for, but be prepared to protect the plants if it gets really cold one night.
Okay, and protecting them can mean like what? Putting a tarp over them, burning them inside?
Tarps, no. Plastic?
No.
No. You
okay, you can tell how much a rookie I am.
No,
I can see the panic on your face when I said that.
Yeah, no, if you're a human, you can imagine curling up with a tarp would be they offer no warmth, right? So sheets or blankets would be great, crop cover, or bring them indoors. Yes, but plastic is kind of useless for keeping warmth in.
Don't do that. Don't listen to me. Listen to Lacey. This is what we're here for. Okay, so what do you have today in your hands? And we'll talk about what I have too. There's a couple perennials.
They are perennials. This is a ground cover perennial called creeping phlox. And Beautiful. You may be seeing it around Prince George right now in these giant waves of bright pink or bright white. They'll last 4 to 6 weeks. They're partially evergreen, so they'll even retain some of the green of their leaves. Same with the dianthus, actually. But they provide a really cheerful burst of color early in the season. We highly recommend growing creeping phlox.
Got to be part of your, because what I found out, to make a successful flower bed or arrangement or pot or garden, whatever you got to have a little bit of everything, right? Spice of life.
Well, it's a good place to start. Yeah, as long as you've got the lighting conditions and the right soil, you play with it, see what works, experiment. That's what gardening is. Yeah,
so this is a border carnation. I don't know, what is this, half sun?
Yeah, so, full to part sun.
Okay.
So ideally at least 6 hours a day and include some hot afternoon sun.
Okay.
It's usually called dianthus. Sometimes plant names will have 3, 4, even 5 names.
Oh, wow.
You got the common names, and there can be multiples of those. The Latin names and.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you find in trendy this year? Anything in particular?
Just I think container gardening, annuals.
Yeah.
Those have been moving really fast. Hanging baskets. But, you know, people are starting to think about perennials too. So often people will start with the vegetables and annuals, and then as the season goes down, then they start thinking about the in-ground beds, the trees, the shrubs, the perennials, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we're going to talk about trees a little bit later here. First, okay, what else is this in front of us here? I was kind of fascinated.
Sure. Well, we have a mixture of new perennials and overwintered. So a lot of these haven't even come up yet for the year, and some of them might not. We're waiting to see what emerges. Generally speaking, there can be things that can take up to the end of May to start to show signs of life.
Really? Okay, so don't panic yet.
Exactly. So we've heard some people panicking like, oh, it's not coming up. It's not necessarily dead. It just might be slow, especially if you just planted it last year.
Yeah, okay. Because we had a cold spring, I guess, to this point. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's been weird. I'll say it's been really weird, cold, then it warmed up. The snow went away fairly fast this year.
Yeah, no rain, really.
Exactly, really dry. So it's a lot for the plants to adapt to. So yeah, we've got some cushion spurge here, some silver mound coming up. Lots of low growers in this area.
Okay.
But we've got so much inventory right now that things overflow into our aisles.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, Producer's Act, you get a wide shot. Like, this is crazy. You look over, they got peony shrubs, low growers, got a little bit of everything. Got people shopping.
Berries, edibles, vines.
They're way back there, the berries?
Yeah, berry lane. We got tons of haskap, blueberries, raspberries, currants. Like every hardy edible you could want, we've got it right now.
I like it. Okay, what are some other frequently asked questions you're getting this year, other than, is my plant dead?
Is it safe to plant? Is a good one.
Yeah, of course.
And we still want to use caution with the tender things. But usually when people walk in a garden center, they see something pretty and they just grab it, right?
This is right away. I grabbed this as we were walking to set up here in the sun. I'm like, oh, these look really nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try. So.
Why not? And how common is that? At least, because people always talk about this. Oh, I planted perennials. I hope they come back, but they didn't. Is it always the planter? Is it operator error, or can it be a bunch of things?
It can be a mixture of both, right? It can be the plant. You got to make sure you're planting perennials that are hardy for the zone. You may be able to buy some plants at stores in town that aren't actually hardy for our area because they're ordered from in Vancouver regionally for the whole province. Sometimes if they don't get enough water in the fall, sometimes it's the season and there's not anything you can do about it and the plant is going to die. Some have a shorter lifespan, so it's a wide range of factors, and you learn that after you garden for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
It can be challenging to identify what was the cause. Sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Voles have been really bad this year.
Yeah, and we saw one earlier today. We were recording with a marmot that's soon to air on the show too. We saw a vole. That's pretty rare. I don't know how many I've seen in my life, but
yeah, I usually don't notice them, but they've done a lot of tunneling and damaging.
Yeah.
So, they damaging trees, damaging roots of plants, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, speaking about trees, maybe you need a new one in your yard. Maybe you just want to look, window shop. Let's do it together. You want to do some window shopping of the trees?
Let's check out the trees.
You only got a few here.
Just one or two.
This is pretty funny. We were laughing at the sayings we get on these trees. Does that make you want to buy a tree or what? Can you dig it?
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
All right, folks, now welcome to Prince George's best tree street. You like that? It's a tree street here at Hunniford Gardens. It's just a street of trees. And you got a little bit of everything.
Truly,
I think. You different colored leaves, different colored species. Do you have a favorite?
No. That's
you can't pick a favorite, right?
I can't pick favorite plants, no, but we've got a ton of fruit trees here. Maples are super popular.
Yeah, people really love their maples.
They like the fall colors, right?
And sometimes they're hard to make them survive in our climate.
They can, yeah. They sometimes want to wake up a little early.
Yeah.
The sap gets flowing, and if it gets cold, that can be really damaging. But what you can try to do is get a variety that's nice and hardy for this area.
Yeah.
Make sure you do the deep, infrequent watering. That's what we always recommend for planting any tree. You're going to give it 5 to 10 gallons about once a week for the first year of life.
Okay.
And choose a full to parts on location, and that's going to give it its best chance of survival.
Okay, 5 to 10 gallons is a lot.
It's a lot.
You guys are thirsty.
They are very thirsty. Well, what you're trying to do is train the roots to go downward to look for water.
Not up.
Right, exactly, right? A nice. If trees are never rooted properly, you can dig up a tree 5 years later and it will have next to no roots because it was watered improperly, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Little things you don't think about.
Exactly. The deep and frequent watering is important.
Okay, producers, get a load of this. This is pretty funny. We were laughing at the sayings even on these trees. Does that make you want to buy a tree or what? Can you dig it? Lacey, you said you're not responsible for these, but they're pretty funny.
I am not. No, they're cheeky though. I like them.
Okay, so you got these trees. You got some fruit trees here.
Yes.
Too. Let's keep moving. We can keep moving.
Okay. We've got some crab
here's
apples.
a crab apple right here.
Ornamental crab apples.
Okay.
What's unique about Courageous is it rarely produces fruit, so that's important if you're working, dealing with having bears in the yard. This is a variety that will not produce fruit most seasons.
Interesting.
So that makes it a little safer.
They just added an adjective. It's just Courageous crab apple. Not just crab apple. Courageous.
Well, they all have variety names.
Okay.
And they take liberties with what they want to call their
Might as well have some
interesting.
fun.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Make it appealing.
Yeah.
We've got more maples. These ones turn red in the fall. We've got some sugar maples.
Sugar maples. Those are the ones you can tap?
Yes.
In theory, when they get a little bigger.
Yeah, about 6 inches. That's a few decades away from tapping.
So there you go. Plan for your kids' kids. Maybe they can do it.
And then we've got some apple trees behind
Oh,
you.
lovely.
These are the multi-graft, so they have 3 varieties grafted on one tree.
Look at that. There's some fruits of your labor soon to come. Maybe. I guess the first couple years you never know, hey?
You actually don't want to
No.
let it fruit too much. You want it to root, but yeah,
Okay.
it will often produce a bit of fruit
Yeah.
early. Yeah, and we've got plums.
Okay,
and
plums.
cherries.
My grandpa loves plums. Although plum trees are kind of temperamental too.
Well, it's tricky. You got to have the right pollinating pair, or you
Yeah.
have to get one like this. Mount Royal is wonderful because it's self-fertile.
Oh,
So
you don't
you-
need the male and female.
You only need one tree,
Yeah.
and it will produce hundreds of plums. That's our
Yeah.
best-selling plum variety.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is one thing I learned. Yeah, the pollinating pair. You can't
Yes.
just have one plum tree, or you don't want two plum trees that are the same. That won't work.
It won't work. Apples, you need a pair, two different apple varieties. Cherries are self-fertile.
Okay.
Some plums. Most of your small fruits,
Yeah.
like raspberries and strawberries, are self-fertile. And then you get to things like the haskap or honeyberries, and those have really specific pollination pairs. Not just any two. There has to be specific pairs.
Really, hey?
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're going to force a divorce upon them.
You're gonna get no fruit, no babies.
No, babies. And you want the fruits of their labor, of course.
That's right. That's why you're planting them,
Yeah.
right?
Is there a good time of year to plant these guys?
Now is great, but
Okay.
we are lucky in our climate. We can plant throughout the summer.
Okay.
But when it's a bit cooler, that's a great time to plant. So spring and fall. Spring is great because you have the best selection of trees.
Yes, true. Yeah, you're not getting whatever's left.
Exactly,
Right.
when you plant later. So
Yeah. Yeah, you
this
guys.
is a perfect time.
Yeah. These. How old do you figure these are right now?
That
Couple
I
years?
don't really know. Several years, but because
it
we don't
takes a
grow
while,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the nursery might get them in with bare root and then pot them up
Yeah.
and then sell them to us. So we don't grow our own trees, so we're a little less familiar with the whole process
Yeah.
and the aging of them.
And then one day they will leaf you.
That's
See what I
right.
did there? I tried. Anyway, this has been great. Oh, actually, before we let you go, frequently asked question about trees. What do you get? Is it the watering question?
It's the watering, and we just tell people now because people don't realize how much deep watering that they need. A lot of people want trees that don't produce fruit, but they want flowers. So that's an important point because a lot of these trees produce fruit, and that's not always ideal depending where you live.
Yeah. Or if you don't want to pick it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll come pick them for you, by the way. If you want to give us your fruit, and Lacey and I can make pie or something.
Sure.
Jam. So many.
Yeah, I'm into jam.
Jam? Okay. We can jam onto that. Come check out your Hunniford Gardens, just north of Prince George, for all your gardening, tree needs, and your frequently asked questions. If you're like me and you don't know, come ask a bro. Well, you're kind of an honorary bro, Lacey. Thanks
We're
so much.
happy to help.
It's time for another edition of our No Lips Allowed contest here on the show for your chance to see Terry Fader live in person from the front row on June the 11th at the CN Center. This is the Season 2 winner of America's Got Talent. He has spent many years on the Strip in Las Vegas, and we have Oscar, a very famous local dog, to give you the code word for today. Today's code word, Caden, is Vegas, where Terry spent so many years of his career before coming to Prince George. Oh, thank you, Oscar. That's very kind of you. Did you have a favorite spot in Vegas? The fire hydrants, Kate. Oh, of course, you're a dog. Right. Make sure to enter what our code word is today, of course, to see Terry Fader at the CN Center on June the 11th.
No Lips Allowed is brought to you by Trendsetters Hair Studio and Day Spa, WR Ventures, Carter's Jewelers, Domino's, and Molino. Tired of missing the good stuff? Let CKPG Today come to you. Our new weekly email newsletter delivers local stories, contests, and can't-miss moments from the show straight to your inbox. No digging through social media anymore. It's free, it's easy, and it's very local. Sign up now at ckpgtoday.ca or by scanning the QR code on your screen now.
Exciting event coming up this weekend at the Central BC Railway and Forestry Museum. As you can see, a Mocktail Mixer in support of Parkinson's, of course, here in Prince George, put on by the wonderful people at Selling Squad.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you, Gina and Serena, for coming in today to talk about this a little bit more. What a wonderful event, a wonderful idea. Gina, tell me how excited you are. You haven't been able to contain it since you arrived.
It is exciting. Well, I'm a nervous excitement. It's the first time that our Parkinson support group has been involved in this type of fundraiser, and that our support group is not putting on the Mocktail Mixer. It's actually Selling Squad that was a major fundraiser in our Super Walk last year, and they have offered to do a fundraiser for Parkinson's for monies that are staying in Prince George.
Which is even better.
For the support group, and we're just overwhelmed with this, and we're so excited to be a part of this.
Yeah, definitely. And Serena, I mean, you're of the age, you know, mocktails are trendy right now, so I feel like this is like the perfect time to do it. It's warm outside, it's nice weather.
That's why we chose mocktails, because we're like, it's family friendly, any age, any person can enjoy them, and I think it'll bring so many families and people to this wonderful event. So
yeah,
we're super excited.
It's going to be great. So tell me a little bit about the age, I guess, well, you kind of heard us. I was going to say the age range of people you're looking for, but it can be anybody, the families.
Well, what we're saying is like, bring your families, bring your children, bring grandma and grandpa. Who doesn't like trains?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you might even find yourself on the mini rail.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, and so it's a family event, and like we say, it's alcohol free, and there's all sorts of activities going on.
Yeah, so we have free train rides happening from 1 to 4 p.m. and then we have free admission. And so we hope we see families there. What basically the Mocktail Mixer is, we have 8 stations, and we have local organizations who stepped up with different people and stuff. And we said that, hey, we're gonna give you cocktail bombs and you're gonna make mocktails, and we want you to create a creation. Doesn't have to be a mocktail.
Oh.
So they're allowed to create anything they want. It's a fun challenge. So they get to choose what they would like to create. And we said, hey, let the public decide on who has the best mocktail creation.
Oh, so it's a competition.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, there will be the people, when they make their minimum $20 donation to participate in the mocktail tasting, they get to vote on what's the best drink.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did want to speak to the organizations that are participating in here. They're not businesses. They are all not-for-profit organizations.
Wow.
And that's what's overwhelming for me from the Parkinson's group. Mm-hmm. They all take all volunteers to raise money for their own organizations, and now here they are spending a day raising money for us, and it's just overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. I got to ask you this, Gina. Why do you do it? It's a tough question, I know, but...
I'm getting used to it. My husband had Parkinson's, and he passed away 3 years ago, and we were part of the Parkinson's support group for over 15 years, and
wow.
I see the benefits that the group has on people with Parkinson's. It gives them a group that knows what they're dealing with. Mm-hmm. And when he passed away, I decided that I would stay. Well, they're such a wonderful group of people. How can you leave them?
Yeah.
You know, and so I just thought I would stay on and support them however I can, because those with Parkinson's have good days, bad days. They can't do everything, mm-hmm. and their caregivers or care partners are too tired.
Well, give yourself a pat on the back, Gina. Parkinson's, of course, folks, has no cure, so this is an fundraising effort to help that, of course, naturally as well. But Serena, why are you involved? Why do you do it?
I think I started off with just a volunteer looking to help my community out, and then I met the group, and as we were growing, we started off with a very small group, and we've grown to such a massive group. Like, I would say over 50 people show up to our Parkinson's meetings every month, and it made me want to come back and strive for more. And I was like, wow, there are so many disparities we have here in the northern region. And I was like, wow, how can I help them and what can I do? And that's why I've been advocating for a movement disorder clinic for Prince George as well, because we don't have one in the north. So
it's true.
Yeah, their passion relates to my passion.
Well, thank you both for coming in today, you guys. I appreciate your time. I wish we had more time to talk about it here on the show as well.
Cupcakes?
Oh, yes, of course, we can do the cupcakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For people watching online, they will get the cupcakes.
Taking a look outside at our CKPG snapshot of the day from Valerie, who really shows us a sign of the times here. Beautiful apple tree in bloom here. Looks like your tree is going to give you a ton of apples. So I hope you either are good at baking pies, maybe you're going to make some cider. I guess you could do that too, or maybe some applesauce. You'll have to start thinking of some ideas soon here, Valerie. I guess you got a few months to do so. Thanks so much for sharing here on our Snapshot feature, folks. We'd love to see your evidence of our community in bloom. Share your photos with us by emailing snapshot@ckpg.com. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
It is crazy how much the area around Rec Place Drive here in Prince George has changed over the years. Of course, now there's a street through where there used to be a driving range. The tennis club used to be in a different spot. Today we're going to look back in history. 1998, it's not even that long ago, at the new driving range for the time back then.
Taking a look back to 1998, the new driving range here at the Prince George Golf and Curling Club. You can see this is what it looked like for much of the 2000s, before, of course, the Rec Place Drive developments. And this due in particular for some seeding. Phil Lamb of Interior Reforestation was putting down some hydro seeds. You see these used quite a bit over construction projects, and they were being used to cover the banks of the new driving range. Of course, the driving range is apartment buildings in Prince George present.
It really is crazy how much things change in a span of about 25 years. It's crazy. That's one of example A here in Prince George. Now there's so many apartments there. Crazy. Of course, folks, you got a great weekend ahead. So I want you to enjoy, and we'll be back with more good stuff you know and love on Monday. Also, don't forget to enter No Lips Allowed, my friendly reminder for your chance to sit front row at Terry Fader on June the 11th. We'll see you for more good stuff after the weekend, folks. See you later.